Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about some of the rarest and most valuable Washington quarters, those unique coins that could be sitting in your collection or even in your pocket right now. These coins may be worth thousands of dollars, and we're going to break down exactly why they're so special. Before diving into the rare years, let's quickly explore the Washington quarter itself. First minted in 1932, it honors George Washington, becoming an iconic piece of U.S. history. What makes these coins truly special today are the rare minting errors, turning some quarters into valuable treasures. The value of a Washington quarter depends on its year, condition, and errors. Today, we'll focus on 3 extremely rare ones that can fetch big money. Alright, let's kick things off with a truly mind-blowing coin, the 1966 Washington quarter with no mint mark. Now, you might be thinking, what's so special about that? It sounds like just another old coin, right? But trust me, this one's got a twist, and that twist could turn your pocket change into thousands of dollars. Typically, when you check out a quarter, you'll see a little letter, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, right under the eagle's talon on the back. That mint mark tells you where the coin was made. Seems like a small detail, right? But in 1966, something went terribly wrong at the mint, and a small batch of quarters was struck without any mint mark at all. Now here's the kicker, this wasn't just some tiny, unnoticeable error. No, it was a big deal because every other 1966 quarter was supposed to have a mint mark. When this batch of no mint mark coins slipped through the cracks, collectors went crazy. Why? Because there were so few of them, and the rarity made them incredibly valuable. A 1966 quarter with no mint mark is like finding a hidden gem in a sea of regular coins. Now, I know you're probably wondering, how much is one of these bad boys worth? Well, if you manage to find one of these 1,966 quarters in great condition, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $21,000. Yes, you heard that right, $21,000. This simple minting error can turn a quarter that's usually worth a few cents into a small fortune. But here's the important part, condition is everything. If you've got a worn, scratched, or damaged coin, it's not going to fetch that hefty price. But a coin that's in pristine condition? That's where the big bucks are. So if you've got one of these 1,966 no mint mark quarters stashed away somewhere, take a closer look. It could be worth way more than you think. Imagine finding one of these in a coin jar, a drawer, or even a box of old change. The thrill of discovering a rare, valuable coin you didn't even know you had. That's exactly what makes these types of errors so exciting. You could be holding on to something that could change your life. So, next time you're going through your old coins, remember this. The 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark is no ordinary coin. It's a rare treasure that could make you a lot of money, if you've got the right one. Next up on our list is the 1977 Washington quarter, another rare error that's captured the attention of coin collectors and numismatists alike. If you thought the 1966 no mint mark quarter was a big deal, wait till you hear about this one. The 1977 Washington quarter with no mint mark is a gem that could be worth a small fortune if you know where to look. Like most coins, a Washington quarter should have a mint mark, either a D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, or sometimes even an S for proof coins. But in 1977, something strange happened at the U.S. Mint. A batch of quarters was struck without any mint mark at all. And trust me, that's not supposed to happen. Normally, each coin is carefully stamped with its minting location, but for some reason, this particular batch slipped through the cracks. What makes this 1977 error so intriguing is that it wasn't just a small mistake. The lack of a mint mark on a 1977 quarter is actually pretty rare, making it a sought-after treasure for collectors. You see, when a coin error is rare enough, it becomes a prized possession, and that's exactly what happened here. Imagine the excitement when word got out about this minting mistake. Collectors everywhere started searching for these elusive 1977 quarters, eager to add one to their collections. But finding one isn't easy. Even though the US Mint is responsible for producing millions of coins every year, only a very small number of these 1977 quarters slipped through without their mint marks, making them an incredibly rare find. So, here's the golden question: how much could a 1977 Washington quarter without a mint mark be worth? Well, if you've got one of these rare coins in good condition, you could be sitting on a coin worth $10,000 or more, seriously. That's right, a quarter you might have tossed aside as just another coin could actually be worth $10,000, or even more, depending on its condition. But here's the catch: just like the 1966 no-mint mark quarters, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in how much it can fetch. A coin with scratches, wear, or discoloration won't get you the same price as a quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition. So, if you happen to find a 1977 no-mint mark quarter, make sure you inspect it closely. The better the condition, the more it could be worth. Imagine the thrill of discovering one of these hidden treasures, something that you could find tucked away in a coin jar, a box of old change, or even a bag from a flea market. That's the magic of rare coins. They're out there waiting to be found, often in the places you least expect. Now, let's move on to another fascinating coin, the 1968 Washington quarter, also with no mint mark. By the late 60s, the US Mint was running full steam ahead, churning out millions of coins every year. But even with all that precision, it wasn't perfect. And in 1968, a batch of quarters was struck at the Philadelphia Mint without the usual mint mark. So, why is that important? Well, normally, quarters should have either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, especially for coins made in the late 60s. But in 1968, a small batch of these quarters came out of the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark at all. This wasn't supposed to happen, but it did, and the result was another rare error coin that collectors are eager to get their hands on. Now, I know what you're thinking: was this a huge mistake like the 1966 or 1977 no mint mark quarters? Well, not quite. The 1968 no mint mark quarter is actually a bit more common than those earlier errors, but it's still incredibly rare to find one in pristine condition. And when you do, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. While you won't be seeing the astronomical price tag of $21,000 like the 1966 error, or $10,000 like the 1977 version, a well-preserved 1968 no-mint mark quarter can still fetch up to $9,400. That's a pretty hefty return on something that might look like just a regular old quarter. And keep in mind, a coin in less than perfect condition won't bring in that amount, but it could still be worth more than you expect. So, if you happen to have one of these 1968 no-mint mark quarters lying around in your collection, don't just overlook it. These little minting mistakes, though not as rare as some of the others, have still turned into big money for the right collectors. You never know, you might just be holding on to a valuable piece of US history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always remember, even the smallest errors can lead to big surprises. A 1968 no-mint mark quarter might not be the rarest of them all, but it could still be your ticket to a nice windfall. Conclusion. So, there you have it, 3 incredibly rare and valuable Washington quarters that are worth much more than you'd expect. From the 1966 no-mint mark that could fetch $21,000, to the 1977 and 1968 errors that are also highly sought after, these coins are proof that even the smallest minting mistakes can turn into major treasures. Now, I bet you're all running to check your coin jars and collections, right? Just remember, condition is key. A coin in great shape is worth far more than one that's been worn down with heavy use, so make sure to keep an eye out for these valuable errors. And, as always, if you've got a coin like this, consider getting it graded by a professional. Sometimes it's the difference between a couple of bucks and a few thousand. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you learned something new today or you're excited to dig through your coin collection, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell for more awesome content. Got any rare coins you're curious about? Drop a comment below, and I'd love to help you out. Until next time, happy collecting.